which means Christmas is nearly here. To get me in the Christmas mood, I thought I'd wear my Christmas jumper. Do you like? So for today's bake, I thought I'd get old Christmassy and show you how to make gingerbread biscuit Christmas tree decorations. We've just got our Christmas tree and we have some decorations that we had from last year, but I thought I'd spruce it up a little bit with my own very homemade decorations. Here's a little sneak peek of my little Christmas decorations, which also could be used as earrings. Let's be honest, gingerbread biscuits are so delicious, you don't have to put them on the tree. You can just have them as biscuits to eat. Christmas in a bowl. Anyway, I hope you like this recipe. If you do, please subscribe and thumbs up this, and I hope you enjoy it. So the ingredients you're going to need to make your gingerbread biscuits include some unsalted butter, plain flour, brown soft sugar. I've got light brown sugar, but you can use dark as well. Cinnamon and ginger, both ground cinnamon and ginger, and I like to put a lot of ginger in my ginger biscuits. Syrup, and I also like to add treacle to mine because this makes the biscuits a lot darker, and I like to have my biscuits just have a nice deep brown shade. I like to include the zest of half an orange because I like the taste and also the smell of orange, and it just reminds me of Christmas, but that's optional if you don't want to include that, you don't need to. Last but not least, you need to use bicarbonate of soda. For decorating the biscuits, I'm going to be using icing sugar mixed with a little bit of water, and then I'll probably add some red food gel to it as well. Some soft gold pearls here. I have red, black and green writing icing pens to do some additional decoration. So I have taken 90 grams of light brown soft sugar and 1 tablespoon of treacle in the pan already. So then into that I'm also going to add 2 more tablespoons of syrup. And then to that, teaspoon of cinnamon, and then a really heaped teaspoon of ginger because I love me some ginger. Delicious. Next up I'm going to include the zest of half an orange. So now I'm going to just melt this on the pan for a little bit. Over here. You constantly want to be stirring. This just literally smells like Christmas in a pan. It is amazing. And then once all the sugar is kind of combined with the treacle and the syrup, I like to add the butter. And this is 100 grams of butter that I've just, it's quite soft actually, it's been out of the fridge for maybe a little bit too long. And I've just like cubed this up. There are other ways to make gingerbread biscuits, but I just like this one pan job, find this is the easiest way. Stir that in as well. At this point you want to add the bicarbonate of soda, which is just half a teaspoon. Goes this gorgeous deep caramel colour. It's lovely. So it looks like this. And you know everything is melted properly. You want to take off the heat. I like to leave the mixture a little bit off the heat for a while, just to cool down ever so slightly before I add 225 grams of plain flour, and I'm going to sift that in. Sift and stir a little bit of flour at a time, and also it looks like it's snowing. So basically you make a nice dough like this. You might need a little bit more flour than 225 grams, and if you do, just add a little bit more in. So once you've done that, what you want to do is let it cool for about 30 minutes, and I like to just basically put it in some cling film and shove it in the fridge because it cools down the best and the quickest that way. So after 30 minutes or thereabouts, your cookie dough should be nice and cool and hardened. And what you're going to do is you're going to lay some flour down and roll this out to about 3 millimeters thick. You want to then get your chosen biscuit cutter shape of choice. I have got these really cute star cookie cutters, which I'm going to use. But then these are going to look like, well, I'm going to make them look like Christmas baubles, or try to. Some hearts as well, because I think that will be cute on the Christmas tree, and it'll be nice if I put some red kind of icing on it. Push it down. And there you go. You've got one of your biscuits, and I think that looks really lovely. Now you just want to put this on a baking tray with like greaseproof paper down there, or I've got silicone baking tray, so I'm just going to put it there. So you keep on doing that until you've got all the shapes that you want and need. Before you put them in the oven, you obviously want to put a hole near the top, and I just do these with cocktail sticks because you want to be able to put string or ribbon through them so you can hang them on top of your tree. I like to make the hole quite big because I find that when you're baking, sometimes the hole can seal up a little bit. You want to put this in the oven, set at 180 degrees, and you put it in for about 10 to 12 minutes until basically it's firm to the touch. Once you've checked on your cookies and you're pretty certain they're all nice and cooked and quite firm to the touch, you want to take them out of the oven, and these are what mine look like. I'm going to let them cool for about 5 or 10 minutes just on the baking tray, and then I'm going to transfer them just to a cooling rack, just similar to if you've got something like this, just to let them cool off completely before we start putting the icing and decorations on. Also, another tip I would recommend, when I was looking in the oven, I saw the holes closing up slightly. So what I would do is get a cocktail stick again halfway through and just keep on making sure that hole is still in the biscuits. Otherwise it's going to be quite difficult to get ribbon or string through there. Okay, so next up is the fun bit. When your biscuits have cooled, you can start decorating them. And I have my Christmas bauble, star and heart here, and what I've done is I've gotten some really cute like Christmas ribbon and just put that through the hole that we created before we put it in the oven. I've also got some just gold ribbon here as well. So this is really where you get to have your own creative license really. You can do whatever you want. So here are some of my inspirations. Obviously they're not set. I'll be taking them off and tidying them up a little bit. This is my Christmas bauble, which was the easiest, and I think it looks the nicest as well. This one's my star, and you can see the icing's falling off that side, so that definitely needs to tidy up. And then this is my heart. But yeah, you can do anything you want, but this is what I've done with mine.